What's up, everybody? Benji Bruce here with Digital Creator Institute, and I'm going to show you the next steps that I'm making in terms of this finance brand and what I'm doing here. So at first I thought the next step was going to be creating the content, and I was all ready to create the content. Then I thought, well, I need to organize everything. So I got a project management tool, and I'm actually going to do everything with this project management tool. In fact, hold on, let me move this mic a little bit closer here. All right, there we go. So basically, I'm going to do everything with this project management tool, and I got a few things set up. So I'm going to kind of show you what I've done so far with this thing. So number one, let me go over here where it says goals. So I set up a goal, and the goal is basically grow the newsletter. So that's the main goal of this whole thing, really grow and monetize this newsletter. And I just put 10,000 subscribers just to put a number. I mean, it doesn't matter how many it is. I just put grow the newsletter. So that's the main goal. And I'm going to tie everything to this goal. So I'm a huge believer in having a North Star, like focusing on one thing specifically. So I was like, all right, the main thing is grow the newsletter. If it doesn't sync with this whole grow the newsletter, then I'm not going to do the activity. And so the further the steps are, the further they're removed from this grow the newsletter goal, then the less likely I'm going to do it. And that's how I'm going to determine the priorities of the actual task that I'm going to take in terms of growing this finance brand. So I set up a project here, and I have like two different projects. I'll go over this other one, the SH agency, in a little bit, maybe in another video. But basically, the newsletter one, there are certain milestones that I have in terms of growing this newsletter. So one, I have like a main newsletter milestone. I have a grow the audience with videos, monetize with affiliate sales, and then promotion. And these are the main ones. You can see like the setup here. And then within each one of these, I have the tasks set up. And right now it's kind of just tasks that I thought of just immediately. I was like, okay, let me just write something down so that way I have something in here. So I did that. Obviously this is going to change. There's going to be a lot added to this thing. So I kind of just did that. So like this newsletter one, I set it up to where it's like, all right, create the website. You'll notice that this has like a low priority because creating the website has a low priority. What I did do though is I actually created the Beehive one. So remember I talked about the newsletter. So I set up the Beehive thing. I have that. That is basically the website for now. So I have that set up. Let's see. Then I have, okay, write 5 article ideas, write 5 articles, rewrite 5 news stories. So remember the content that I'm going to create is going to be about finance, it's going to be about money. And I'm going to create the news articles. Well, not create them. They're already going to be created. I'm just going to rewrite them to where it fits the brand tone in terms of that sarcastic humor of the AIs calling humans stupid and everything like that. So I'm going to rewrite those. I'm going to write some articles and everything. So I got that down for those tasks. Now with the videos, I did the same thing. Okay, write 3 scripts, write the headlines, so and all that. And then what I'm going to do, so I didn't do it now because I don't actually know what videos I'm going to make. I don't know what articles I'm going to make, but I'm going to get very, very clear on what it is I'm doing. So even this right now, it's not really, really clear on what it is I'm doing. So if I were to get really clear, it wouldn't just say write 3 video scripts. It would actually say, or like write 3 video headlines. It would actually say write the video script for how to buy a house video. So it would like actually say the exact video that I'm going to make. And so that's essentially what I'm going to do right now. I just don't know what that is. So I have in terms of these steps here. Now, one thing I do want to mention in terms of how I'm using this. So let's say I want to have a new task. Let's say write, write video script for how to buy a house. Okay, so let's say I put that in there. Boom. Now this is what I'm doing. So I basically create the task. I assign it to me. Boom. I assign it to somebody. I have tags here, and then the tag says high priority, medium priority, low priority. And this, once again, it depends on the goal. So how far removed is it from the goal of growing the newsletter? Creating the content is like right up there. So if it's a high priority, that's basically the things I'm going to do like kind of right now, today, tomorrow type thing. So high priority or medium priority, so I set the priority for that thing. All right, boom, set the priority. Then this also, I set the dependency. So the dependency is, does this task, write the video script, does it depend on anything? So maybe let's say I write the video script, that's probably not going to depend on anything. But if it was film the video, well, now it's going to depend on one of these other tasks. So when it depends on the other task, I basically can't check mark this off until the other task has been check marked off. So that's what I do with that. The due date is basically just to keep me on track. So am I going to do this today, tomorrow? Like, when am I going to do it? That sort of thing. And that's basically what I'm doing here in terms of this thing. Let me delete this. I don't need this here. There we go. All right, so you can see in terms of the stuff that I have set up here, and I have the task, once again, I have them separated in this section where it's separated by high priority, medium priority, low priority. And so I'll be able to see the task. Now, naturally, I'll look over to where it says a high priority. I'm going to look at these ones first. Then I'll go over to the next ones and so on. Look at, so the more I was thinking about all this in terms of the content that I'm creating. At first, I thought, you know what, I'm going to create a lot of video content. But I'm like, well, this is technically a newsletter. So I need to actually create a lot of written content, create the actual newsletter portion. So even though here I have high priority for these videos, I'm going to probably switch this to where it's going to be high priority for the articles, and then the medium priority is going to be the videos. I'll probably create more articles than videos now that I'm thinking about it, because one is going to be a lot faster and everything like that. So, and then I can just create more articles than videos in general. So that's kind of what you see now in terms of the project management tool that I have set up. I'm going to like tie everything together. You'll see everything over time in terms of the task and all that. I even thought like maybe I could set the timer so I can actually track. So I can click here, start tracking the time. I can do all that. So that's it for today. I got the project management tool set up. I'm going to work on this thing. Let's get going.